Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to show you all my signature curly hairstyle that I like to do on those weeks where I have very little energy. As you all can see here, I am starting off on freshly washed and conditioned hair, and it is that time of the year where my hair really shows off its brown color because the sun is coming out, but we are rolling with it. I am going to section my hair off into about 4 sections. This usually just makes things a little bit more manageable for me. Being that I did have my hair sitting in the turby twisty for a little bit, I did go ahead and spritz some more water on my hair just to make sure that I can move this product through my hair strands. I am using one of my favorite products, which is the leave-in conditioner by the Design Essentials African Shebay line. I really find that this product really helps hydrate my hair before I go in with my daily moisturizing cream. Now, of course, I do like to go ahead and detangle my hair in each of these sections before getting into the styling process because it really does make life a little bit easier. Of course, we're going to repeat that process all over our heads, and then we're going to get into the flat twisting. Honestly, since I did my last wig chop, I have been enjoying flat twist just a little bit more than my regular twist outs lately because it really cuts back on the time it takes to style my hair. I am using the Thank God It's Natural Daily Moisturizing Cream, and if you all are curious about what products I'm using, I will make sure I link them in the description box below. And I do like to top it off with the mousse, and today I am using my Nairobi foam on my hair. As I am layering these products, I'm also going to go in and detangle again before going in with the flat twist. Now, the key to doing these flat twists is you want to make sure that as you are picking up hair, you are making sure that it is clear what hair strands you are picking up and that it is not getting super tangly. That sometimes can cause additional frizz when removing your flat twist, and we don't want that to happen. So as you all can see here, from time and time again, I'll bring out my comb or a brush just to make sure that I'm detangling the ends before twisting all the way down and adding the perm rod. The perm rod just adds a little bit more jazz to the ends of the hair, and it helps me structure my fro in the framing that I want it to have around my face. Instead of finishing up the back section, I decided to go ahead and move to this section in the front where all of my flat twists will be going from that part all the way down. Of course, making sure that I am continuing to let these flat twists go around my head with a clear center point because I had a vision in mind on how I wanted my curls to flow. I'm following that same process of layering those products and detangling, and what I am doing is twisting straight down from the center to the side of my head. When I get to the front and when I am layering the perm rods, I'm making sure that I let the perm rod stop just a little bit longer from where I actually want the hair to stop. One thing about wearing a curly fro is that throughout the week, sometimes the hair can get a little bit annoying if it's hanging on your face. So I like to be able to have that option to kind of like throw my hair back if I want to, or run my hands through it. And also with the perm rods, I like the fact that when I use them in the front of my head, it really helps a lot with the longevity of the hairstyle. I have noticed that I manipulate my hair in the front more often than I do the back, so I like to make sure that the front is lasting, especially with the definition and curls that I am looking for. As you all can see here, you can see the difference from the product being applied to my hair versus my hair still needing a couple of additional products, and that is adding that moisture back into the hair strands. Here is what my hair looks like when it is fully flat twisted. The parts are not super perfect, which is fine because because trust me, they are hard to get rid of when you get ready to take this hairstyle down. This is what my hair looks like completely dry the next day. Being that I did not have to leave the house, all I did was remove the perm rods, put a little headband on, because I am not gonna waste this curly fro hairstyle, okay? The name of the game is to make these curls last as long as possible, and if you're not going anywhere, there's no need to take these flat twists out, okay? So moving on to the next day, we're gonna go ahead and remove that bonnet. As you all can see here, these twists are still hanging on with a tad bit of stretch at the end with some of the curls. But what we are going to do is go ahead and kind of clip some of this hair off, and we're going to start with the takedown process. One thing about flat twists is that you definitely need to be patient, and as you are unraveling the flat twist, you need to make sure that you are separating the curls where they are supposed to be separated at, so that you can minimize the frizz that can come from doing your flat twist outs. Once you get into the rhythm and hang of it, I promise it really takes no time at all. It is actually easier to remove flat twists, in my opinion, compared to braid outs. So I'm going to do this all over my head, and then I will give my hair a nice shake to really fluff out those curls. Here is what the back is looking like, and as you all can see here, you definitely can see some of those parts, but we are going to fix that in a few minutes as we get into the video. But the definition is there, and the curls are also there as well. Once all of my flat twists are removed, I do like to lift at the roots just to make sure that the volume is in place how I like it. I definitely give my hair a bit of a shake to see how it naturally wants to fall. I'm using this rake, as I used to call it back in the day, to really try to get rid of some of those parts. Here's what my hair is looking like on day one. I purposefully did not stretch my hair. I like to stretch my hair later in the week because I like to get the most of these curly hairstyles and to ensure that they are lasting for the length of the work week, okay? Day 2 was probably my least favorite, but I'm like, it's day 2 and I really need to make it stretch. So as you all can see here, my hair is a little bit more shrunken, but you can definitely see the curl definition. So all I'm doing is really lifting my hair. As you all probably saw in the beginning, I just slept with the bonnet on, but on the next night, I went ahead and banded my hair because I knew for sure that on day 3 of wearing these curls out, I was actually going to stretch my hair. Technically, this is maybe day 4 or day 5 because I really actually wore my hair in twists the first day, but you all get the point. I like to run my blow dryer over the roots of my hair for about 10 to 15 seconds. This is creating stretch, but not altering the ends where most of my curls and definition is at. I do this all over my head, and I also only stretch as far down as I want the length of the fro to be. So the fro is definitely going to be fuller, but the roots are going to be more straight with the definition falling on the ends. after all of that fluffing, here is what my hair is looking like. I really love a nice and fluffy fro with curls, but definitely volume and a little bit of frizz because it really marks my signature curly look. As always, I hope you all enjoyed the video and found it useful, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. See ya!